to the wall.
Objection!
To food for the food. Food for the food goddess. Enjoy, Mina. We'll be over there when I'm done here today. Yes, we will definitely catch you in about 25 minutes. Is that really so, Agent Lang? What a lousy time to try and bluff your way out of this. I checked out what the guards said along with the security cam's footage. You're not going to overturn my hypothesis that easily. But suppose there was some other way that one could, other than through the theater doors. What other way? The other entity that managed to cross the border unharmed. If I pointed out, it would open a whole new possibility. Although I hesitate to bring this out. As long as this entity exists, the impossible road becomes a possibility. Looks like you have some clever idea in mind. I do, and I can show it to you through a single piece of evidence. Fine then. Let's see this piece of evidence that will show us other route. Oh, and that is will be the no, wrong. Come on.
Take that!
Agent Lang, I'm sure you are familiar with this unforgettable photo. That supernatural photo? Like I said before, humans can't fly. No, of course not. I understand that perfectly well. And don't start claiming that Shina-sama grew wings either. I wouldn't dream of claiming that. And I won't allow you to take back what you said earlier either. I'll say it again, it's not humanly possible to fly through the air without wings. So, you'd better have a good explanation for this, Mr. Prosecutor. But how can I prove who it was that flew through the air with this photo? Wait, not humanly possible. Eureka! Very well. You will have your explanation. Sounds like you have a good idea simmering inside that head of yours. Let's hear it. The face hidden within the photo's blurry trail shoulder is... that'll be the Alban's statue.
Take that!
Naturally, the shadow is the third smuggled item. The primitive statue replica. You can't be serious. The Yatagarasu, or rather, Callisto Yu dressed as Agent Shina was inside Baba. She dressed the replica statue up in clothes and launched it through the air. Ha! Mr. Prosecutor, you left a very crucial bit in your explanation. I know I did. She launched it through the air? And how exactly did she do that? He's literally baring his fangs at me. But he has a point. How exactly did it move through the air like that? As long as this remains unsolved, we won't be any closer to the truth. Which reminds me, didn't he say this earlier? Whoa. That was close to going badly. Very close to going badly. I calculated correctly though. Don't mind me, I'm just moving my laptop a little bit. Don't mind me. That's where I kept it normally before. If that's the case, then I may pursue. Then that may pursue another that may be another avenue I can pursue. Agent Lang, in order for me to answer that question, I will need to hear testimony from Miss Von.
Keeping the laptop there though?
Huh?
Should you really keep the laptop there?
I mean, it has things on it so it doesn't slide anywhere. Right, we'll do it like this then. Oh, what are you up to now, pretty boy? Earlier, you reminded me you mentioned something of interest to me. You said just before the murder occurred, Miss Von Karma had been in this room because Ambassador Alba had called for her. And for that reason alone, you believe her to be the killer. I guess I did say something like that. In that case, I believe it's my duty to ask her what her side of the story is. Do you really think a criminal will tell us the honest truth? How dare you! I've said numerous times there's absolutely no proof that I am the killer. Miles Edgeworth, don't tell me that you suspect me too. I don't. However, I can't ignore the fact that you were in this room at one point in time, which means is why I would like to hear about your movements in this room. Francisca, I feel that I don't have enough information, which is why your testimony is incredibly important to the outcome of this case. Alright, so, what would you like for me to talk about? I'd like you to please you to testify to your movements in this room until the murder occurred. Alright, let's try this your way for a change. But if she has to say it turns out to be a waste of time, I'll place her under arrest faster than you can howl no. As you wish. I'm gonna have problems voice acting Phoenix after this, aren't I? Because I kinda didn't make a very specific voice for Phoenix. Whereas Edgeworth are just very prim and proper. Oh well. As I said earlier, I was assigned to guard duty in the Alabasian embassy. After I saw the steel samurai off on his way towards the ambassador's office, I returned to the Rose Garden for a bit and checked it up on the security situation. After all the preparations were in place, I was called back by Ambassador Alba to his office. Francisca, I want us to make this clear from the very beginning. Probably. So, what I wish to confirm is that the only time span in which you were in this office was before the murder occurred, is that correct? Yes, of course. I see. For now, the only way I can see for us to break out of the situation is to ask Francisca about her testimony in more detail. Nothing out of the ordinary. This was one that... Yeah, the movie is amazing. You know what? I think I'm gonna find it out and just link it in the games channel or something. Because I know it's on YouTube. It's amazing. At that time, the Master Second's body had just been found in this room, is that correct? That is right. But Ambassador Alba was here. One could hardly miss his rather large presence. A criminal will say anything to get out of being arrested. How do we know you're not lying? Well, if you need proof, I'd be happy to oblige you. Seriously? Like I keep telling you, when I arrived at his office, Ambassador Alba was already here. He was standing by the flower box on the windowsills watering his plants.
Ah, I can attest to that. I remember speaking with a lovely lady around that time here in my office.
Alright then. Add that statement to your testimony and let's hear some more details. So, Ambassador Alba was in the room at the time, was he?
Hold it!
For the sake of being thorough, I'd like to ask you something. How did you know that Ambassador Alba was watering his plants at the windowsill? What do you mean by that? The entrance to his room is on this side, however the window is on the opposite side. If what you say is true, then when you enter the room, his body would have been like a wall. He would have been blocking your view of what he was doing, isn't that correct? I suppose it would be hard to see around him, but fortunately for me, Ambassador Alba is not an immovable wall. I knocked before I entered, and as I did, he turned around to greet me, with a watering can in his hand. So, it's only natural to believe that he was watering his plants, right? I suppose. After his greeting, we spent a little time talking about his flowers. He had a potato himself and was growing them with the utmost care, you know.
Oh yes, the plants in this room, they are all like my children.
The passion flowers in the flower box on the windowsills are growing beautifully too. All 4 of them are in full bloom. Miss Von Karma, what did you say just now? I said the flowers are growing beautifully. What about that statement is do you not understand? I do not understand. I do not understand why a certain thing is the way it is. Because we only have 2 of them here. I'd like for you to append that to your statement, to your testimony. Very well.
Objection!
Francisca, for some odd reason, your testimony contradicts with this piece of evidence. It does appear that way. I knew it. I knew we couldn't trust your words, sis. Mr. Edgeworth, what are you doing discrediting Miss Von Karma like this?
Yes, sir. If you keep this option, then we have taken away, sir.
All I've done is state what I saw. I haven't made not a single mistake in my testimony. Chip? There's a chip on your pizza? And for this, I'm still under suspicion of murder. Is the number of flowers really that important at this juncture, Miles? At the very least, it's a contradiction in this enigmatic case. One that I found hard to dismiss as irrelevant. Then let's hear it, Miss Prosecutor. What sort of chips? No wait, chips or crisps? I realize I'm talking to a British person. So the distinction is important. Good. I mean, for all I know, it could be tortilla crisps. Which is something I sometimes have on my pizzas. It's delicious. What does the number of flowers have to do with anything? What does it prove? I believe the answer to that will become clear if we were to examine that flower box. How did this contradiction come about? There must be something behind this discrepancy.
Wow, they are my beloved flowers. I have grown them with utmost care. So I ask that you please be gentle with them as we examine them, Mr. Edgeworth.
I understand. This patch of soil looks like it had something removed from it.
What are you doing, Mr. Prosecutor? Why you climb up all of a sudden? I'm still here waiting for an explanation, you know.
Did you know, Agent Lang, flowers are best appreciated in silence? It looks like two things were pulled out from this flower box. The name of these flowers, I believe they're called passion flowers. By the way, can anyone see something peculiar about this scene? Before I reveal it to you all. Despite being called flowers, they're actually a species of vine. They appear to be growing well and are well supported by these plant supports. Yeah, but no matter how I look at it, it looks like there are only two of them here to me. You realize, don't you, Sis? Your little lie has failed you. Ah, Miles Edgeworth, hurry up and shut this man up for me already. I suppose I'll need to use some evidence to shut him up, won't I? I believe I have just a piece of evidence you require. Oh, you do you? You have such a confidence in the face of your current plight. But I highly doubt it. I'll last until the end. You howl like a wolf, Agent Lang, but we'll see if you have any bite to back up that bark after you see the evidence. The truth of the passion flowers revealed can be seen with this piece of evidence, because this is not hair sticks. See this here? This shape?
Take that!
Shina, who was supposedly in Babal the entire time, had these hair sticks on her. That looks exactly like the plant supports in this flower box. In other words, I believe it can be said that these hair sticks are in actuality supporting sticks for the passion flowers. So what? Is it really all that important to this case? Of course it is. It means that we found yet another item that was smuggled between the countries tonight. I think about it logically, Agent Lang. These sticks were originally in Alabaster, but somehow they wound up in Shina's hands, who was in Babal the whole night. So, make no mistake, these sticks were smuggled somehow, just like the knife and the statue. Very well then. I want to hear from you exactly how they wound up in Babal. How did these support sticks find their way into Babal and why? There must be some reason as to why they ended up here. Ah, so that is why. Agent Lang, if you repeat, please take a look at this and tell me its shape. Looks like another stick, isn't it? And so it is. But the shape of the support sticks is what's important. For when they're used with something in this room, that's when it all comes into focus. So, what do you guys think is the correct one? I'm gonna take another bite of my bread here while you all figure out. Take a look at the thing here somewhere. No? Oh? Do you have a fix? Hmm? I got you. Nope, not that. It is the stupid crossbow fix. That crossbow. Wait, you're not seriously suggesting? I am. These hair sticks, or rather plant support sticks, they make for perfect arrows. Edgeworth, if it's used with a crossbow, it's not an arrow, it's a bolt. Get it right. I've done it. I've found the common thread that connects the two offices. But this thread has yet to be completely untangled. Even using the arrows, how does this explain how the statues were transported? Furthermore, who could it have been fire these sticks as arrows? There must be a common thread that ties all these things together. Mr. Prosecutor, hold on a second. You do realize what happens when you tie a statue to an arrow, right? They don't fly at all. So about statue was draped in Yatagarasu clothes and shot over there. Even if you fire the arrows from this side, they wouldn't go far with the statue tied to them. I don't think I need to tell you that the Primlex statues don't sprout wings. You're a realist after all, aren't you? The Primlex statues didn't sprout wings. Of course they didn't. Glad you understand. I feel much better already. I was afraid for a second you were unaware of that crucial fact. It's only crucial because you're under the belief that the wings are necessary to this equation. What? You need to free your mind a bit more and let it fly like a bird on the wind. The Primlex statue flew, but not on a wing. Allow me a bit of your time and I'll explain this mysterious phenomenon to you. So, that little reveal will be done next time because it's 9 o'clock now. And I would like to finish eating my bread. And also do some distracting reading and stuff like that because reading is fun. I also want to be a little bit consistent with my times. So, next time is of course Monday for this game. And on Friday we'll be doing some Dreamfall. And of course there will be God of War Pixel Edition on Sunday. There's also the fact that I have my entire day tomorrow off. And I have no... Oh wait, never mind, I have something to do tomorrow. We have this project that we're doing here at home. But I also have baking bread tomorrow, so there's that. So yeah, no streaming tomorrow at all. So, we are going to raid Mina. Because of course we are. Oops, this is the wrong button. This is the right button. There we go. And I hope you've had a pleasant time today. I think that next time will be the last case. The last stream for Ace Attorney for this game. I don't think it's too long, the next part. We're almost at the end of this part. And then there are a couple more left. No wait, it's actually pretty long, so it can actually go as far as 2 more streams to finish this game. I don't quite know, but it'll be a while. So we'll see. We'll see on Monday. Now then, onwards to Mina. Because Mina is playing Zelda, and we like Zelda. Thank you all for watching today, and I hope to see you all for Dreamfall on Friday. Good night, everyone. And also, before I forget, thank you to Akane for the subscription earlier, and thank you to Mina for the raid. And now we're going back to Mina. So, good night.